Hey there, history buffs and curious minds. Ever wondered why countries are named the way they are? Today, we're diving into the fascinating stories behind the names of some iconic European countries. From warrior tribes to ancient myths, each name has a wild story. Stick around, because you're about to impress everyone at your next trivia night. Germany, or should I say Deutschland? Confusing, right? Well, the name Germany comes from the Latin Germania, which the Romans used to describe the people beyond the Rhine. But to the people of Germany, it's Deutschland, from the Old High German Deutisk, meaning of the people. Fun fact, over 1,000 years ago, Germans used to call themselves Teutons. You can almost imagine them going, no, we're the Teutons, not those Roman guys. France, the land of croissants and berets. But did you know that it's named after a group of people who would have looked more at home with a battle axe than a baguette? The Franks were a Germanic tribe who gave the country its name. France literally means land of the Franks, and ironically, Frank also means free in Latin. So, France equals free Franks? Talk about a country with attitude. Now, Italy. Known for pasta, pizza, and pinching fingers while talking. But the name Italy has roots in something way cooler than food. It likely comes from the word Italos, a legendary king, or from the ancient term for a southern Italian tribe. There's even an old myth that the name stems from the word Vitulos, meaning calf, since the region was famous for its cattle. So next time you're enjoying spaghetti bolognese, thank the cows. Hola España. The name Spain comes from the Roman Hispania, which some historians believe was derived from the Phoenician word for land of the rabbits. That's right. Spain was once known for its fluffy hopping residents. Imagine ancient tourists going, Spain? Oh, you mean Bunnyland? I mean, that's one way to market a vacation spot. The Netherlands, or Lowlands. This is one country where the name fits perfectly. Nether means low, and most of the country sits below sea level. But wait, it's not all about geography. In Dutch, it's Nederland, but the whole region was historically called the Low Countries, including Belgium and Luxembourg. So next time you're there, don't be surprised if you feel grounded. And now we're off to jolly old Great Britain. But did you know it gets its name from the Latin Britannia, which the Romans used to describe the island? Great was later added to distinguish it from Brittany in France, which is like its mini-me. So when someone from Britain says Great Britain, they're technically saying better than that other Britain. And yes, that's a cheeky British thing to do. Poland. The name Poland comes from the Slavic tribe of Polans, meaning people of the fields. Imagine a bunch of hardy Slavs plowing away in the fields, looking at neighboring tribes and saying, "We'll just stay here, thanks." Ironically, despite its name, Poland's history has been far from calm. Invaded, partitioned, but always bouncing back. Call it resilience of the fields. Austria, where names get a little directional. The country's name comes from Österreich, an old German word meaning Eastern realm. Why Eastern? Well, back in medieval times, Austria was the eastern frontier of the Frankish Empire. Imagine being the cool frontier town in a medieval blockbuster. Welcome to Austria, the eastern edge of adventure. Switzerland, neutral, beautiful, and famously punctual. The name comes from Schwyz, one of the original Swiss cantons. Switzerland actually stems from that little patch of land that decided, hey, let's unite and call ourselves after our home. How Swiss is that? So organized. Portugal, sunny coasts, delicious port wine. But what about the name? It comes from the Roman name Portus Cale, meaning warm harbor. Sounds cozy, right? That's because the modern country grew from a small Roman settlement called Cale, which merged with the nearby port to become, you guessed it, Portugal. From tiny harbor towns to global empires, talk about a glow-up. Belgium. The name is derived from the Belgae, a group of tribes living in the region when the Romans showed up. Fun fact, Julius Caesar once said the Belgae were the bravest of all the Gauls. So if you're from Belgium, You can brag that your ancestors were basically the Spartans of ancient Europe. Who knew the land of waffles and chocolate had such a tough rep? Denmark, the land of the Danes. The name comes from the Old Norse Danmork, meaning borderland of the Danes. You know you're a strong tribe when you just name the country after yourselves and put a fence around it. Danes live here. This is ours. Deal with it. Last but not least, Sweden. Its name comes from the Old English Swuthiod, meaning people of the Swedes. It's like the Vikings just stood around and said, "Yeah, this land? It's the Swedes' land." Straight to the point, no fuss. Just like assembling IKEA furniture, right? Greece. Land of the gods, philosophers, and complicated names. The name Greece comes from Graecia, the Roman word for the region. But the Greeks call their country Hellas, after Helen, a mythical ancestor of all Greeks. So while we say Greece, they say Hellas. I guess you could say it's a case of Greeks by any other name would still be legendary. Albania, also known as Shqiperia by its locals. The name Albania comes from Albanoi, an ancient Illyrian tribe that lived in the region. But Shqiperia means land of the eagles, referring to the double-headed eagle on their flag. So, yeah, Albanians are basically saying, we're eagle people, soaring over history. Fly high, Albania. And there you have it, the surprising, funny, and sometimes bizarre origins of these country names. Next time you're traveling through Europe, you'll have plenty of random facts to throw into conversation. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below on which name origin surprised you the most. See you next time.